up, traders? Let's talk. Let's have a conversation. If you are new to this channel, my name is Saddam. I am a struggling trader, documenting my journey here on YouTube, documenting my consistency, and please, I want you to be a part of this journey. So please subscribe, like this video, and give your comments in the comment section. And I would love to read your comments as well. I want us to talk about something very important in the industry. I want you to think of trading as weather, okay? When you get up in the morning and you feel like today there should be sunshine, but it's actually raining, you have no control over it. It's either you flow with it or you just find a way out, because if you get up in the morning and there's heavy sunshine in the morning, but you want it to rain because of maybe your farm work or something, and it's not raining, you have no control over it. But there are some things you can control and the things you can't control. The same way applies to the market, okay? And there are some things you can control in the financial market as a trader or as an individual financial market analyzer, or whatever name you give yourself, okay? And that's pretty much about it, okay? And in this video, I want to explain to you the things you can control versus the things you can't control, and why understanding their differences might be the missing piece in your trading. The first thing you can never control in this financial market is whether a trade wins or loses. Yes. If you are a trader, you understand this better. Every trade is 50-50. It's like a coin. When you toss a coin, you either get what? You either get a head or a tail. That same thing applies to trading. No matter your strategy, even your strategy is 90% win rate, every trade you take is 50-50. It either hits your stop loss or it will go in your favor, and you have no control over it. Another point or another aspect you can never control in trading is market direction. Have you entered a trade? I think yesterday I took a Euro USD buy, but it was selling and I bought. And when it went against me, I added the position again. It was a mistake and I lost. But I realized something, because this market is something you can never control the direction. If the market decides to sell for 100 pips, it is going to sell for 100 pips. If it sells for 80 and you decide to buy from there, it will never reverse because you are buying from there. So this market, and sometimes you'll be in a trade and you'll be like, this trade must hit take profit, and it will hit stop loss. And when you analyze, when you check everything, you don't even know the mistake you did that caused the loss. That's how trading is. Trading is an industry that you can't get everything right and still lose, and you need to accept that you can't control the outcome of your trade. You can't control the direction of the market. Another thing is news events. You can't control the outcome of CPI. You can't control the outcome of NFP, all the new interest rates. You can't, but you can control whether you will trade them or not. In fact, some news events you don't even have to trade them, because for me, I don't trade news, because one thing about news is news doesn't respect analysis. News events does not respect the analysis you have done. You can do the best analysis you have on the market, but when the news outcome comes, it doesn't respect it. You can control news events, but you can control your account by staying away from trading news. The number 4 things you can never control in this financial market is spread and slippage. That's why you should be trading during sessions that spread is very low, especially during London session and New York session. These sessions, we have the active players in the market, and during these sessions, the spread is very, very low. So you should be trading these sessions. If you want to be trading during the Asian session and trading pairs that don't move during the Asian session, you have a high spread. And don't also forget that sometimes you place a trade, let's say a buy, but where you wanted to enter, price will not trigger you there. It will trigger you a bit higher than that. That's slippage, and you have no control over it. It is being done by the broker or controlled by the broker, and every broker has slippage. So you just have to accept that where you want to enter for your sell or for your buy order, you might not get it there, and that is normal. It's part of trading. And the last thing you cannot control in this financial market is the speed of your success. Me, when I started trading in 2023, if someone had told me that by 2026 you will still not be profitable, I would say no. I'll tell the person is lying. But here I am, 2026, I am still not profitable because you can't control the speed of your success in the financial market. You can't control that, oh, I want to make it in 2 years, I want to make it in 3 years. You can't control when you become financially free, but you can only do what is required of you. You can only do the process and leave the outcome. The outcome is of God. The process is for you. Now let's look at the things you can control as a trader. One, you can control your risk. Yes. If Saddam, I decide that I want to risk 10% of my account per trade, and Emeka decides to risk 2% of his account on every trade, and I take 5 losses in a row, 20% times 5, that's 100%. My account is gone. But Emeka decided to risk just 2% of his account per trade, and he has 5 losses in a row. 5 by 2, that is 10%. His account is still 90% intact, but my account is gone. Why? Risk management. So you can control your risk. Another thing you can control as a trader is your trading plan. You can control when to trade, which pair to trade, which setup to trade, which strategy to use, which session to trade. It is not every time that you should be trading. It is not every day that you should be trading. You can control that too. You can control your discipline. You can control your discipline. Sticking to your plan, even when you feel emotional. Even sometimes you take a loss, maybe landed early, yesterday Friday in the morning, I took a loss around 6 to 7 a.m. very early, and my loss limit was up because I usually risk 2% a day, and by then I had lost 2%, and I was like, there's more time, and today is Friday, tomorrow is weekend, I won't be able to trade, so let me find a way to trade. But my trading plan says risk just 2% a day, so I had to follow my trading plan and stay away. It was painful though, but that's discipline. You follow discipline over your emotions. Sometimes you are bored, you want to trade, but the market is giving you opportunity, but your trading plan is not allowing you to do that. Another thing you can control is your reactions, okay? Your emotional reactions. You can't control your losing trades. You will take the loss, but how do you react after taking the loss? That's very key. Sometimes you feel like revenge trading, sometimes you are bored, you are quiet. Yes, they are all part of the business. That's the price you are paying for them. And you can control your emotion. You can control if you take a loss. This is what you will do. If you can also decide that if you take a loss, you will go harder and you go home. Yes, that one too is also part of it. Okay. You can control your patience too. You can also control your patience. Like the saying goes, the patient dog eats the fattest bone. Yes, you can control your patience. You can be patient and wait for your setups to appear, then you take a trade. You can also control your education. You can control where you are learning from, who you are learning from, and when you are learning. You can control the mentor you should follow. It's not everyone that you will follow. It's not everyone that you learn from. Although we have different traders with different concepts who are profitable, but you just have to follow one person, and you can control who you are going to follow and who also resonates with your personality. The mistake I made was I followed a swing trader, but I want to be a day trader. So after some time I realized that the swing trading is not my thing, so I had to change and then go for day traders and buy day traders courses. You see that? So you can control your education, who you are learning from, and where you're also learning from. Someone can also decide to learn from YouTube, which is fine. You can also decide to learn from mentors, which is also fine. So you can control where you get your education or your forex knowledge from. Think like a farmer, okay? Think like a farmer. You have no control over rain, you have no control over sunshine, you have no control over the weather, but you can control the type of seeds you plant on that particular land. You can control the fertility of the land by either applying more fertilizer or doing burning, whatever, but you can control that. So your job as a trader is to execute. The market's job as a financial market is the outcome. Focus, put your focus on the process and leave the results. The results is for the market. The outcome is for the market. Your duty is to execute. The market's duty is to produce outcome. And whatever the outcome may be, you accept it in good faith. And that's trading for you. And that's the business for you. If you have watched this video to this part, I want to celebrate you and I want to say that God will bless you. And please do me a favor by subscribing and liking this video and leave your comments below, and I will be very glad to respond to your comments. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.